I mean, you had some fun final laps. If I can start though with just the Oscar thing that's being investigated, where he went off track and you two were battling. What's your take on that?
Yeah, I mean, it was a late move from my side. I was down the inside, made contact. I think I would have. There was enough room for us both to stay on the track, and he obviously continued. So I think I would have been a little bit more upset had I finished the race behind him. In the end, nothing gained, nothing lost from either.
Strategy-wise, happy?
Yeah, I think it was the right decision starting on the hard because it gave us the flexibility to do the one stop or the two stop. If you start on the medium after the red flag, you're committed to the two stop. It was a bit of a challenging first stint. I was stuck behind Lewis. I think he was struggling a bit with the fronts, and would have been good to be in that fight ahead because after that first pit stop, I think we were line on line with Lando and Charles ahead.
Fernando keeping Oscar in the DRS to make sure that you kept behind Oscar. Were you aware of that at the time?
Of course, of course. Fernando playing games? That's new. Yeah, I mean, it was smart from Fernando, and I expected nothing less. So yeah, that's part of racing.
When you look at the finish today, P7, you've got an Aston ahead of you, you've got a McLaren, you've got the two Ferraris. Where do you feel your car and your team sits at the moment in this? And looking ahead to China, where do you expect to be?
I think when you look how close, there was three different manufacturers with Oscar and Fernando within a couple of seconds. I think the fact is it's extremely close between those four teams, bar Red Bull. And I think it's going to come down to qualifying. It was, I think, 1 or 2 tenths between P4 to P8 on the grid. And I think or P3 to P8 on the grid, sorry. It was the same in Bahrain as well. And I think whoever manages to qualify at the front of that pack will finish at the front of that pack. So, we know we have work to do, and none of us are content with fighting for second best. So, we need to keep on pushing. But I think China and the tracks coming up will suit us better than the last 3.